I really appreciate you taking time out of your day, considering that we do so much Zooming at this juncture. So I really appreciate it. And thanks, Diane, for inviting me. It's so nice to see a bunch of people that I don't recognize, which is awesome. And I'm coming to you from my office at Santa Clara. I just finished a class. I'm going to read the opening. It's called Growl, and it's kind of a foreword to the entire collection, which is short fiction. Should I go? Is it okay?
Sorry about that, Miah. Please continue. That was all my fault.
Oh, no. It's good to have a surprise. All right. The rumble comes from deep in the throat, a low place, breath slow and soaked in the shaping of sound, a snarled pranayama. The chords fold and judder, their own capricious ring of fire. We never expect it. Our lips pull up in the way that we signal disgust or mimic singing a Motley Crue song. Our nostrils spread open in the scrunch, and the teeth, the canines specifically, reveal themselves in the snarl. And the sound of gravel, of rumble, of some force coming. Growl. We can't even say the word without yielding effort, a full commitment of the mouth to convey the idea, a full open wide presence. We are predators, this sound speaks. But what does that mean? My first memory of it was what one would expect, a dog, a hound, a long slate gray snout that juts from sagged eyes, a military housing playground in Norfolk, Virginia. I am 6. I stand in front of the dog, this creature that appears so snug in the hub of civility, yet a beast, an animal. What makes this one different from the wolf or the bear? My 6-year-old genius suspects once peering into the dog, the mystery of this animal will soon be discovered. I stare, committed to the science, my elliptical reflection in the black glass of its droopy eyes. And then it comes, the slow rising rumble, the quivering of slack lip, the teeth. And before I reason enough with my instincts to retreat, the whole mouth upon me, a soft bite, more of a warning than an attack. But the impression holds vivid, not so much the bite, but the sound. Don't fuck with me, this growl says. My mother's growl is wild and screeching and involves a frying pan in our trailer park kitchen. She in a bathrobe, her second husband, my stepfather, in his threadbare underwear. The smell of eggs overcooking, garlic and farts. He swarms her with accusations that don't possess much specificity, that grow more abstract with their frequency. Where were you? And you should, and answer me. My mother's auburn hair crackles dry and electric, knotted on her head, some grabbing down her back and shoulders. Autumn straw sprung sideways, reaching out. Bill's litany grows more confident with my mother's silence, more cracking, more adolescent. You, me, you, bitch, me. And then it emerges, the low rumble, grumble in the throat, the lips, the teeth, and then further, something even more, the rise into a shriek, high in the head and splayed out in 3-dimensional space, a noxious sound. And the frying pan, from stove to my stepfather's shoulder, his mouth a big stupid O, my mother's mouth a rack of violence, eggs arcing through the air, steam rising from the fury in the food. Don't fuck with me, this growl says. The growl of our stomachs. We hear it, and we think it tells us we hunger. In fact, that is not the case. Our stomachs, our intestines, ceaselessly serve to push, to send things from our mouths to our assholes. It is a loyal and perpetual labor. Smooth muscle contracts in waves, steers the stuff, perhaps fried eggs, through 25 feet of coil. It is always happening every moment, but we only hear it when our guts are empty. That is when the sound reverberates from inside, suddenly played in an amphitheater for its effort. It is then that we understand the want of the thing. It is an echo of need. I am fucking a boy in Los Angeles, California. We are in the back seat of my car in the parking structure of Amoeba Records. I meet him in the used CD aisles between Depeche Mode and Earth, Wind, and Fire. It was in the middle of one of many slutty Hollywood interludes. A bell of sweat drops from my nose onto his barely there chest, smooth muscle, his tiny brown nipples, and then he makes the sound. The growl, teeth and all, eyes fixed. He is telling me, no, warning me, I am an animal. You are a beast. We are all and only nature in this cramped capsule of pleather and plastic and metal and glass. It works. I get harder than I already am, yet am so hesitant of the hunger, not as present in my ambivalence, that I can only giggle, watching my body disappear and reappear into his own, this fleeting boy. Fuck me, this growl says. Growls suppose an incivility. It is up there with ass picking and hawking snot. We never expect it from ourselves. We tisk, we denounce, we condemn its bestial origin, and yet our pupils come alive, a light in our moment. Our bodies sweat, get wet, get hard, get sprung. What else does it remind us of? Are we not most beast when immediate? Don't we always move from mouth to asshole? And isn't it us being our most civil selves to give warning to our violence before the bite, before the strike, before the demand to love? There are people growling everywhere. At any given moment, there must be thousands of growls. A child in Yucaipa howls at her brother. That's my fruit roll-up, my precious. A tow truck driver in Oakland knows the roommate is gone, and the roommate's girlfriend has made it very clear that the coast is too, with a condom in her teeth, a snarl of its own kind. Every day there must be nurses, husbands, school children, baristas, carpenters, parking meter attendants, dog walkers, born-again Christians, vapor clerks that find their paws and claws, their rumble in the folds of civility. Fathers alone must account for so many growls, the muddle of safeguard and violence so braided in their boyhood. And then there is Angela Caballo, who lifts a 1964 Chevy Impala to save her teenage son pinned underneath its metal and glass. Imagine that growl, that echo of need so strong, it rattles in the chamber of every heart. Every time a promise is taken, a promise needs shielding, a promise is about to be fulfilled, and about to. It's all in the about to happen that we erupt these growls, these warnings of our immense power. How often, open wide, we echo in need. Thanks, you all.